evening, beautiful soul tribe. Your messages from Spirit for the day, for 24 hours, from the time you hear this message. Thank you. Let's get right into it, shall we? I hope you're all well. That you're finding peace in this solitude of time, that you're meditating, listening to Spirit's guidance. Thank you, Spirit. So, the collective's overall energy today is a number, page 137. Number 11, card Cheetah. And I see this is fire sign. You see here with the orange and the red, it looks like a bullseye, the target, what you've aimed for. It's time to move. It's time to pounce into your, with passion, pounce forward into mission. For the target, what you came here to do, what you want to accomplish, what you set your mind to do. No time like the present, but now is the time to move. This is the overall energy for the collective's person, your divine counterpart. We have here the Arvel the Parrot, number 50, which is a 5. And this is your throat chakra. Speaking your truth. Being your authentic self. Especially now that you've had time in this time where we've had to be self-isolated, right? Even if you're with family, you've had time to sit quiet with your thoughts. Meditate and ask Spirit for guidance. And Spirit has given you many signs and synchronicities to be your authentic self and to speak your truth. Five is about change. Things are changing rapidly. When we come out of this isolation, Spirit's saying things will not be the same, but trust that it will all be for the best. Everything that happens for a reason. There are no coincidences. This is the collective's past, present, and future. And your person, the collective's person, your divine counterpart, the one that you think of. Three for each. Not obvious. future? Oh, thank you. And the advice for the future from Spirit regarding you and your person. The advice from Spirit regarding you and your person. Two advice. Collective. This is the collective clarifiers. Thank you. Two more clarifiers. In the future. Your person. Got a flipper, hang on. Deck was upside down. One more? No. Okay. And the future? Feel heavy energy today for you, for the collective, those watching. Perhaps there's heaviness on your heart, on your mind. Hearing, be still and listen to Spirit's messages. Your recent past collective is showing up as, the hangman, right? We're going within, perhaps not because you wanted to, perhaps because we were told to, right? We're isolating because of the so-called, not supposed to mention on YouTube. All right, YouTube's getting very fussy and they don't allow you to post certain things if you mention certain terms, then your video does not get uploaded. All right, so the dark, we're past the dark and we're headed into the light. This is you uprooting your belief system and seeing the new ways. The light is on the other side of this with your uprooted belief system. And again, this is the collective's recent past. The new beginning with the Ace of Wands. Spirit's sending you signs and synchronicities with the birds here. These actually look like ducks today for some reason. But yeah, they're headed right to the light. And Spirit says, shine your light. Don't be afraid to shine your light. And know that the new beginning is here, a new start rapidly coming in, and this again is your recent past. So yeah, that light here, notice how this light is shining and this light is here as well, and this is the recent past. You've been through the darkest of time and now you're headed to the light. And in the recent past, you've had the 10 of Swords, an end to the pain and suffering, an end to those stabbing you in the back, because you now see clearly. Perhaps you've raised up to your one with your higher self, being in the High Priestess mode where you see with your third eye clearly the lies, the deceit, right? You see through the bureaucracy. But you're holding to your truth with the sword of truth here, and it's pointed to the left, but it seems like if he were standing, it would be upright. So I feel like this is him holding on to his sword of truth, his authentic self, he or she. Things have divided you in the past, you with your loved ones, you with your feelings, your beliefs. Your spirit guides have always been by your side, regardless to what you went through, even if you felt you were alone. Spirit is saying your spirit guides are there at your side. To clarify these messages are also the ending number 10 of Swords again, with confirmation on that other 10 of Swords. Yeah, some of those falling down the stairs, right? Things that are the broken staircase. You thought you were going to, climb the corporate ladder perhaps. You thought you were going to make that next step up. But Spirit brought you a blessing when you fell down those stairs. When you had that awakening, that moment when maybe you lost your job, or maybe you had something occur that felt like a devastating moment, similar to falling downstairs, but that was Spirit blessing you, a blessing in disguise, I hear. All right, and here's look up and believe. It's number 6 of Wands. Rapid movement is here. 6 of Bones, equal, balanced. Look to your spirit guides for guidance, for the strength and the courage that is now needed to carry you forward to the light. The Wheel of Fortune is here for you, collective. The Wheel of Fortune is a number 10, also an ending to the old cycle and a beginning of the new cycle. Just as the seasons change, we have the winter, the fall, spring, right? The summer, it's time of planting. Go blindly where Spirit guides you. Close your 3D eyes, right? And use your third eye and see with Spirit to move forward away from the snake energy, Satanism. This snake is, but the wheel wants to turn forward, to move you forward, and know that all things come to an end. Every season has its time, and then when the winter snow falls away and melts away, comes the flowers. This life springs forward. And 2, when we come out of this self-isolation, things will be different, but things will blossom again. Things will improve. Take that leap of faith forward, and this is you taking that leap of faith forward. A 0 card, a number Fool, and how perfect after the ending, the number 10, comes the 0. And this is a perfect example of where you are today in this next 24 hours, of you accepting that you're ending this old cycle and accepting the new. And again, we have the light, the sunshine. Here we have you following or looking up to the sunshine, right, in the past. We have the sun here. We have the sun all through these cards. The sunshine light in this cheetah card even. Take the leap of faith forward. Material possessions mean nothing, as you've seen in this time when everyone's worried of their well-being or their health, right? That you realize, even though you're isolated in your own castle, it means nothing without your health, without your life on earth. Even though we realize things are going to be better when we transform again out of this 3D body into our spirit, into our soul life. Again, number 9 of Swords, laying to rest the things that caused you the pain, going within and meditating in a ceremonial way, lighting a candle and saying, meditating to self with your spirit guides by your side, listening to your higher self. Clarifying these 3 cards. As you're coming up as the King of Crystals, being in tune to oneself, sitting on the tortoise. This also reminds me right now of the energy of equal balance, because you have here the water, right? The water element, you have the turtle for the earth element, the trees for the plant, the wand, the crystal for fire, and the air around him. Crystal is a water card, but it really feels to me like it's a very balanced, all 4 elements in one. The king is all 4, right? The king is the leader, taking charge. The hermit, listening to that, going within again, meditating, listening to that spiritual guidance. And again, number 2 of drums, the earth element, going within. You see here, he too is meditating. Planting, knowing that what he has planted is going to blossom. In your near future, justice will be yours. She comes to bring balance with your justice regarding the heart. Perhaps someone tried to trick you. You thought they handed you an apple for the forbidden fruit. Here we see the crown of thorns around her sacral chakra. But justice will be yours regarding the pain and the hurt in your past. Regarding those choices, Spirit is blessing you with many things. You'll have an abundance of all things if you follow your spiritual guidance. Number 7 of Cups. But here, while Spirit is blessing you with the abundance of these cups, you are coming in here. You have to trust Spirit to guide you across this water. And here, number 3 with an Empress, body, mind, and soul. You hold the key to your person's heart, and they hold the key to your heart. Believe in yourself. Listen to your intuition. Clarifying these things are the Emperor, all 4 kings in one, sitting in his throne, knowing that he is able to listen to Spirit direction and reach out with telepathic communication to his Empress. You have the Empress here and the Emperor, a divine couple. Number 1 is a new beginning with the water, the crystals. And this looks like a heart. The water is purifying your heart with unconditional love. And here we have the Hanged Man, but this one here is initiation, going through that gate. After you've gone through the death and the rebirth of your soul, you go through the gate of ascension, the testing. Spirit's testing you. And the moon here is blood red. Your person in the recent past has the Queen of Pentacles. Being in their truth, going through their transformation, listening to their higher self, that fruit of forbidden fruit all around them, but listening to their higher self for guidance. Knowing that they are going to blossom where they are seated, where they're planted. Here we have too the 5 of Wands, communication. This is also the monkey mind, right? 5 of Wands is often overthinking things, overanalyzing things. but movement, rapid movement forward in the recent past for your person, remember. And justice was here for the person as well. Blind justice. Because there were things that were lies, deceit in the recent past. The sword is reversed. But this blind justice comes from spirit. 10 of ruins. They've been recently stabbed in the past. Stabbed in the back. 2. The heart pain that they went through when they were trying to climb or ascend up the mountain. They were following the light. And death and rebirth occurred. Ace, okay, got you. The Lover's card was here currently. The Lover's card, their Kundalini arising, they're moving forward with the Lover, putting 2 heads together, telepathic communication, mirroring one another. The sunshine is blessing you. Know, though, that there is a snake in the midst around, overseeing this, trying to come between the two, trying to stop that in telepathic communication, trying to maybe seduce someone into something else. Bring heartache, that snake. Spirit says that snake is bringing the person which caused the heartache, the heartbreak, the stabbing in their heart, the one that caused them the pain and suffering. And the Ace of Swords is a new beginning in love. Ace of Swords is also the truth. Spirit says this is truth. They will ascend higher and blossom where they are planted. And clarifying or confirming this is because of the vision quest, listening to their spiritual guidance. They've taken that leap of faith with the Fool card, leap of faith forward. And they then got back on the horse, even though they have fallen off, the Warrior of Blades, they got back on the horse and moved forward. And that's their current energy. In the near future, you have the King of Swords. They have the King of Swords, being in their truth, listening to their higher self, but also being guided and being firmly seated on and standing true to their spiritual guidance. Again, moving forward with fast, rapid movement and communication to the future. Being blessed by the sun. And the sun card is here. Here we have the sun as well. And here they've taken that blindfold off. Where was the blind justice of the past? Being directed to pull this. They've taken this blind justice has come, and so they've no longer blinded. They've removed it and moved forward to the sun with the white horse. Coming up also is the Emperor, and we already had the Emperor and Empress. And he's coming up as your Emperor. That's what it's showing me here is you came up with the Emperor and Empress. And your person that you're thinking about is your Emperor. Yes, you're connecting to your Emperor, and this person is your Emperor. This number 4, balanced, silence, meditation. You are protected, and the vessel, the hole in the vessel will be sealed. Things in the future will no longer be broken. They're going to be repaired. The stickball number 5 is changed. This is also monkey mind. Someone is watching and guiding this. Someone is causing this monkey mind thing from a force that you cannot see, like a spiritual warfare. Someone in the other dimensions causing this person to overthink things. Spiritual guidance for you and your person is Time Master. Everything is divine timing. Everything is going as divinely planned. Number 3, body, mind, and soul. trust for infinity. Everything is divinely mastered. Sweat Lodge, going within. Number 9, near completion. You're almost there, but go within and meditate. And especially at 3:30 a.m., 4 o'clock a.m., Spirit wants me to remind you to go within and meditate for your spiritual guidance, and listen carefully what Spirit guides you to during that time, during that meditation. Ancestors are around you, corn planting moon, to plant your garden, to plant the seeds, the corn. Know that whether it's regardless to what season, winter or fall, where you're at, balance your energy. Be your true, honest, authentic self. Balance your emotions. Number 3, body, mind, and soul. Your spirit guides that are around you. Smudging ceremony reminds me of the Sweat Lodge, going within. Smudging ceremonies where you're burning your sage and meditating, asking for that spiritual guidance, for Spirit to speak through you. It's that just knowing sense. You hear the voices in your mind where Spirit is speaking to you. That was effective. Give me 1 second. The angel of families. The angels surround both you and your family at this time. And the angel of pleasure, take pleasure in the things that you do. Reward yourself for all your hard work, being happy, successful, self-employed, cherishing your time alone. Don't see this as a negative. See it as a blessing. It's forcing you to be alone, to meditate. In children or childhood, the return of people or romances from your past, remembering events differently in a better or worse light than how they actually occurred. What does Spirit want you to work on? Patience. Plant the seed, or your seed has already been planted, but you have to wait, nurture it, and let it grow. Number 5 is about change. It changes from that seed. It changes with a little sprout, and then it flourishes. And so are you flourishing as Spirit works through you. Positive movement forward. Know that things, again with the sun, trust in yourself and your intuition, but know that things are moving forward. You just have to believe in yourself to gain the strength and trust. Trust your intuition. Things are moving forward. Those are the things Spirit wants you to work on, is your patience and belief in yourself of positive movement forward. All right, this is what I have for you. I hope you have a very blessed day. Namaste.